It's good to see you again. It's always a fucking pleasure. It's been a while. It's been 2 days, 3 days, maybe 4. I don't know. I know I had a mail call coming in, so I drug my ass out of bed and I went to the post office and I picked it up, and I came back and I gave the cat some food so it'd leave me the fuck alone for a while, and I went back to sleep. So here I am. That noise you may hear in the background is some heavy equipment, and it's when he backs up you hear beep beep beep. It's not a smoke detector, and what would I be doing with a smoke detector which needs a battery out here in the fucking woods anyway? Not out in the woods, but outside. Why would I need one outside? If that's the case, every time if somebody burns brush, then the damn thing would go off. But it is good to have inside, especially with me, because I forget shit. Anyway, where was I? I have no fucking idea. I have no idea where I was going with this. One thing I have noticed is that a lot of two knife sites, Knife Center and BHQ, when they have a left-handed knife, they show it in the picture like this, okay? It'll look like this. But when they have it, if it's left-handed, they have it like this in the graphic. So it's like easier to spot. That's a good idea. Good thinking, guys. I moved the camera because I got like 30-some minutes of battery left, and I just want to spend each and every one of them with you, because you're my friends. And I'm being a really sarcastic fuck today, but that's okay. I can do that. It's what I do. Yes, I just wanted you to know. But let's break this down. This is going from classical to comical, and breaking out of my comfort zone. It's good to break out of your comfort zone every once in a while, because, well, if not, then you won't know if you like something or don't like something just by the looks of the picture, or a particular bias for a color or an emblem, or, but enough running my mouth. I told you I was going to switch the camera over, so let's do that. Alright, let's see what we got here besides the failure to communicate, which you and I always communicate really well. Yes, if not, you know what you get in the comments? Fuck off. I don't want to hear it. I really don't. I mean, if you don't like it, go on your own way. If you do like it, then either say I like it or shut the fuck up. I really don't care, and I don't want to hear it, because that's just the way things are. So anyway, look, 2 more Kansept knives, and I broke out of my comfort zone. These are the classicals. I really like these. I really do. Can you tell? I really like these. How many minutes do I have left? I have no fucking idea. I got 37 minutes left. Imagine that. 37 minutes to spend with you guys. But I really like this. This is the Kansept Main Street, but it's the mini. It's the little Main Street. And I really like that. And this thing is fucking super ass sharp. I mean, you could perform surgery with this. If you were a doctor and you had to remove your appendix, you could do it yourself. It would hurt, but you could do it. I mean, you'd have to have anesthesia. But in this one here, this is the Main Street. And these are both carbon fiber. And these are, the classicals. The classical. Hold that thought. It's always funny, but it's not sometimes. These I would consider the classicals. Yes, I would. I don't know why, but it's just, they're like classy. They're like nifty. You know, they're like shiny where they need to be shiny, and it's just like they did a really good job, and I really like these. So what I decided to do, I was looking around, and I have nothing else to do with my life. And I think I already discussed that, but I have a good life. Just, I have no purpose anymore. My purpose is to buy knives, but it's okay, I don't need a purpose. When you find out that you don't need a purpose in life, then you're doing good. And when you're comfortable with that you don't need a purpose in life, you're doing really good. You're fucking kicking ass and taking names. Anyway, my coins. This one, which one is this? This is the orange. This is the orange. I'm not a fan of orange. Never was. But this is the orange G10. And this is the comical, from classical to comical. Okay. This is the orange G10. It's a little itty bitty one. This is the mini Main Street. Let's get this bad boy out of here and let's move some of this fluff off to the side. Put it back in the box because we don't need that anymore. You get a nice little Kansept case. I don't know why. What are you going to do with it? It's just more fluff. Maybe that's, I don't know. And you get the Kansept cloth and the Kansept paper and yes. Can you accept that? Yes, if you can, you're doing great. Kansept. I can accept that. What you got there? I got a Kansept knife. Can you accept that? Yes, I can. Hold that thought. It's cold out here. Now that we don't have a failure to communicate, I'll tell you, it's cold out here. Anyway, look at this little itty bitty thing. This is the reason I call it the reason I call it comical. First of all, it's made with the same nifty little attention to detail. It's a sweet knife. You got liners in this little thing here. You got a steel liner. You got... This blade is in black. It's a black something or other. I don't know what kind, but it is. And it is like it's a coating. I wish it could have come in polished, but it didn't. And that's okay. Shit happens. It makes it more comical, but this is more like Halloween. But you know why I consider this comical? It's a little thing. It's a Punisher knife. This seems to be pretty durable. At first I thought, is that going to wear off because slipping in and out of the pocket? And speaking of the pocket clip, it's not a low, deep in pocket. You know, it stopped right about there, and so some of it's going to stick out, and so people can see your scary Punisher knife. But it is small. You know, you can't. You're like, I don't like skull logos on some knives because, well, it turns into Exhibit A, and they're like, oh my gosh, you have a skull logo, you have mean intent. Well, not something like this. Unless you're gonna go skull logo Punisher on your fingernail, you know, and you're like, you know, yeah. This is cool. It's got the same jimping right here. It has. This is more like worn on the black. It's more like distressed. You know, they did good on this, and very sharp, yes. Pull out this Bud K thing that I haven't looked at yet. I don't look at Bud K very much. I've turned into a knife snob. So anyway, very sharp. They do a lot. They do some real good flat grind. It feels. I don't know if it's flat or hollow, but it almost feels hollow. But they do really good on these edges. Both of them. I mean, both of them are just razors. Good for opening your mail that's orange. You know, no one's gonna say, "Oh my gosh, he's got a killer knife. It's got a skull on it." And it fits well in the hand. It does. If you want to know all those, you know, little specs and everything. It's hard to read how much time I got left on the camera when the number's upside down. But if you want to know all the little specs and everything, look in the description. I also put the links to where I got these. They have some sold out. They have a purple one but I just thought that was cute. It's a little tiny, evil little Punisher knife, and it's cute. You know, it's like for a little Punisher kid. You know, like a little 5-year-old. You know, maybe a Chucky. Yeah, a Chucky. That's what they should do. They should make a Chucky knife. You know, with Chucky on it. Yeah. Well, anyway, so let's go on to the next one. What was the next one I did that I break? And why did I break out of my comfort zone on this? Well, because it has a Punisher logo. And that's not normally me, you know, for, you know, blaring, you know, logos. And I don't know if I discussed that or not. And orange. I'm not really an orange fan when it comes to knives, but I have been breaking out a little bit and finding different colors because, well, you take a knife like this, it's all black, and you put it in my case, and this one's not so bad, but you put it in my case, and it's hard to find. You're like, what the fuck, Osborne Cox? So anyway, so let's put that up, and let's put that up, and let's close these so I don't cut myself. Ah, here it is. It's in here. It's in the other Kansept box. Can you accept that? Hold on, let me back up because this one's bigger. That's what she said. You got the same thing here. You got the little same thing. Yeah, and you got the pack. Look at this one. Okay. Okay. That is like something that I would blow out of my nose. I mean, some mornings it really looks like that. This is fucking glow-in-the-dark nuclear snot. Indeed, glow-in-the-dark nuclear snot. Where else you gonna fear something? You know, I should make, you know, names for these knives. I should do that. This one would be called glow-in-the-dark nuclear snot. The centering, I first thought of putting a green lanyard I have on here, but I'm like, I don't think it needs to stand out any more than it does. The clip is fine. It's not deep pocket carry. It goes right about there. That's cool. It's a grip. You can also change the clip to where it's tip up. That's cool too, but you can only put it on one side. Nice screws. Nicely done. If you can get past the puke green nuclear snot, then you're pretty good. Which I think that would grow on me after a while. And this thing opens up smartly. It almost looks like a gas station knife, but it opens up smartly. And it has the hardware. Your liner in here is skeletonized. It has little holes in it. Yeah, you can sort of see them a little bit. The screws, I mean, the polish is nice, and the grade, yeah, I do believe that's a hollow grind. But it's sharp to all get out. And your jimping right here is the same as the other jimping. It's not really a jimping to where it's deep in here, but it goes in deep enough to where it gives you some texture, especially if you're going from the side. Well, fucking steel. Yeah, it's this. Yeah. And this is the Dirk Pinkerton design. This is the Main Street. It has it right there. And, you know, the DP logo. I don't know if this glows in the dark, but it sure does look like it. But the quality of this is well put together. And over here, back here, you got some jimping into this G10 on the back of the handle. Yeah. And you can put it doesn't have a lanyard hole, but you can put one in there very easily. You could. And it feels good. I mean, look at it. Here you can see the inside is just a little bit better than you can on this classic one. I'm glad you guys love me. If not, the world would be a very snotty place. You can see a little bit better on how this is made, how it's gone together. Some of the more, the contrast between the steel and the handle shows up more on this green one. But both of them are spiffy. And let me tell you some people, sharp as all get out. Here, let me pick a page that doesn't have my fucking address on it. No need to make it worse. Already been doxxed once. Don't need to fucking dox myself. Not that you guys don't know, but Ain't gonna get it from me. Ones that get it from me are the ones I want to have it. Oops. Boy, that sucked. But look at that. That's great. Let's try this one. Oops. That's just like a knife through butter. And then some. Very nice, very nice. Very nice indeed. I mean, look at them both. You got classical and comical. And this green, it almost kind of looks classical after a while. It does. Huh. Pocket clip or thumb studs on both sides. Fidgets nicely, opens and closes nicely. You can do it with one hand. It's not going to guillotine, on your, and cut your fingers off. But yeah, I mean, pretty spiffy. So that is my coming out of the comfort zone on some knives. I'm kind of happy with that purchase. I mean, this was only 60 and this one was like 60. All right, so there you go. I mean, whimsical, comical, call it whatever you want to. It wouldn't be so whimsical if it wasn't so small. Okay? But that's good. They did good on it. I think it makes a nice I think it adds to the collection really nice. These, I want to tell you, you need to watch them because I almost caught myself again. When you're flicking it, it's so small. If you get your finger in the way, this tip is very sharp, has a tendency to come right along. And if I had $1 for every time I cut myself or didn't draw blood, I could buy a whole bunch of more knives. But there you go. I mean, cool. Cool breaking out of my comfort zone. The Kansept. Can you accept it? Can you accept the lime green? The puke yellow snot lime green and the orange. The little itty bitty orange one with the skull. With the Punisher on it. Can you accept that? If you can accept it. So we're going to go with a yes. I say yes. If I can break out of my fucking comfort zone, you can break out of your comfort zone. We can all break out of our comfort zone. And I better stop before I break off into a rocky speech. Gotta go. Very busy. We'll see you. Thanks for joining me. It's always a fucking pleasure. I was running my mouth a lot on that, but I had a lot of mouth running to do. It's because, I mean, it's just the way it is, and I thought I would tell you that. Gotta go. Very busy. We'll see you. Did I tell you that once? Well, I'm telling you again. Have a good one. Yeah, fucking A.